we're going to talk about my COVID scare. Yes. How would I start? Wait a minute. Who are you?
Ssup, and dudettes, welcome back to my channel. Sugar Spice and Love is Kiki. It's me, Let's Kiki. And today we're going to talk about my COVID scare. Yes. Let me just start. A few weeks back, about 3 weeks ago, I had a cough, like a really, really bad cough. Like my, what is it called? My chest. My chest was really hurting, and I used to feel a lot of like discomfort, and I had a really bad persistent cough. So for a while I took medication, and then this story starts, the scare itself, it starts on a Friday. So a Friday I was now that's when like the cough started getting serious, and I was having like a bad cough, and then a cough and cough, and it would like get into like moments of like just breathlessness, and then I could feel the tightness in my chest. And then Saturday I woke up, I went to church. I go to church on Saturdays, I'm an STU. And then when I went to church, I came to my aunt's. I came to my aunt's in the afternoon, and then that afternoon I wasn't feeling well. Like I was still sick. I was still feeling the cold, and then I just decided to call it like an early evening. I just called it in, and then I just slept in the evening. So I slept, and then Sunday morning I still wasn't feeling well, but they had called like the family doctor. He prescribed to me some medication, basically the same medication I had been taking for the cough. And then I was like, okay, sure. And then I went to wash my face, and then when I went to wash my face, that's when I realized I couldn't smell the soap, and it's like fragrant soap. So I could not smell the soap, and then I started freaking out because my cough, and then no, it had even gotten to like a weird sore throat. Like when you start getting sick, it's like ililipuka all at once. You gonja. So my cough got bad, and then I realized I couldn't smell the soap. So I was like, oh, I have COVID, I will die. I won't die, but okay, basically overreacted. So I started freaking out. I was like, oh my god, what do I do? How will I deal with this? Like, even I don't want to infect like my aunt's family, but I also don't want them to panic because I don't really know what it is. And the doctor just left and gave me my medication. So I decided just by myself that I'll just take the medication, and then if by then nothing happens, we'll go from there. Because I didn't know what to do, and I didn't want to panic, and I really do overthink most times, and I didn't want it being me overthinking and making everyone panic. So Sunday comes and goes. Monday I'm not even able to attend class, and then Tuesday I go back to my house because at this point I'm like I am scared. I still think it's COVID because I'm taking medication and I'm not getting better, and I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do, and I am not getting better, which is so odd. That is no reason for me not to get better, as I told myself. So Tuesday I go to my house because I had a very busy Wednesday morning and basically the whole day. I had cards, I had assignments I had to submit. It was just a hectic, crazy day. So I wake up, I go to school, and then when I get to school, it gets like, because I had an early morning, so when I get to school and I'm in class, and it's just bad, like it's just like getting bad. My chest is just tightening. I'm having trouble breathing because I'm walking around because my school is pretty big, so you have to walk around a lot from one class to the other. It's just a lot of movements that I hadn't done when I was sick. So this is like leveling up the sickness and making it worse. So I called my mom at around 10, And when I called my mom, I'm like, Mom, I'm really not feeling well, and she's like, you know what? You and your brother can come home to Meru for the weekend. I'm like, that's too much work. I can't travel. It's too much hassle. It's just too much. Basically, it's just too much, and I didn't want to deal with that. I was like, nah, I'll take care of myself and I'll take care of it. But I just wanted you to know that I'm not feeling well, because now I'm starting to panic because I'm not feeling well and I'm scared it might be COVID. That is still at the back of my mind, that it might be COVID. So I go to another class and then I come back, and then my mom calls me and she's like, I called your aunt and she's like, she told me you're not feeling well. She told me you've not been well for a while, and and I want you to come home now. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, come home. But no, I can't come home because I have school. She's like, no, what good is an education if you're dead? And I'm like, yeah, you do have a point. But at the same time, now this makes me overreact. I'm like, I'm not one of those people who keep saying, oh, I can't do this because I'm sick. Oh, I can't do that because I'm sick. I'm more of tough it out and then get things done. That's why you can see I was in school, I was doing my assignments, I was ready to do a cut, when I'm really, really not feeling well. So my mom is quite persistent. So she tells me, coming home and your brother is coming to pick you up, like from the house, and then you come home. And so I'm like, what? Okay, sir. But because I'm really not feeling well, I don't have much to object on, because I really want to get better. And I know going home will help me get better, like being taken care of will help me get better. So I get ready, and as I'm leaving school, I'm thinking about going home and overthinking even more about my corona. Oh, my corona scare. Yeah, because I was thinking in my head, I was like, this is corona. What else can it be? There's nothing else that has this many symptoms. But I didn't have everything. I just had the cough. I just had the cough and like the weird sore throat. So I'm just overthinking, and then I'm like, I should go and get a test. I should go get tested, because I would feel terrible if I carried corona home to Meru, where my grandparents are, my mom is, and spread it there, and I would feel even worse if I had already spread it to my aunt and her family. Like I would feel terrible. So as I am going, I decided to check on some labs, laboratories that are doing the test. And child, when I tell you the inflation in Kenya, a test is, it was ranging from 8,000 to 5,000, and the 8,000 place was the nearest to where I live, and I was like, what? How I'm a student. I don't have that kind of money. No, what will I call it? Common Mananchi has that kind of money to spend on a test. So you can imagine, you spend that money on a test, and then the treatment, if you do actually have it, like it all came to me at that moment, and I was like, what? Well, what? And there are people here who have made billions out of the funds that were given to people to take care of themselves. Like, sir, please. Anyway, if I get into that, it will be too much. But seriously, this COVID thing is just scary. So I decide I don't have that money. So I decide I'm just going to go like that, I'll just risk it and go like that. So anyway, I go to my house, and by the time I'm getting there, I have been basically overworking, and I hadn't had a good breakfast. So I get home, I go and pack a few of my clothes, because I'm going for the weekend. So I pack a few of my clothes, and I'm like, yeah, I was going for a few days, and then I'll come back. So I pack a few of my clothes, and then I get so I'm telling you, I was tired. So I'm just like, you know what, I'll just take a nap and sleep. So I just nap in my bed. When my brother gets home, he knocks on the door, so I hear it and I wake up and I go open. Then he's like, "When where were you?" I'm like, "Connie, what's up? Like, why are you overreacting?" He's like, "Mom was calling me, she was overreacting." I'm like, "What?" Like, yeah. And then you know, I go to get my phone, which I had left charging because we're traveling. The phone didn't have so much charge. So anyway, so I go and get my phone from the charger, and my mom has called so many times, my aunt has called so many times, and then so I called back and she's like, "Where were you? Hey, unajua nilikuwa nimeshtuka sana. Why would you do that?" I'm like, I was just taking a nap. She's like, "No, you shouldn't sleep when you're sick, because when you're sick, you don't know. You might sleep and the disease gets worse." And then she was overreacting already because she's panicking about what this is. So she tells me to go and take medication. I took some aspirins in the house, and then we traveled to Meru. Basically, I get home, and then just when I'm going to hug my mom, like, you know, I was walking towards her to hug her, and she's like, "Wait, got to happen?" And she runs and gets her mask, and she's like, "Sasa, whoa, akiuko mgonjwa." And then she attacks me with so much what do you like call them? Home treatment. Yeah, she makes for me ginger, garlic, you know, that concoction, the dawa. She makes it, she gives me like 3 cups, intense treatment. She attacks me, and then she covers my head with a towel, and like she puts a big like bowl full of like boiled garlic, onions, ginger, and she's like, "Nataka kuku steam." Ladies know what I mean by steaming, like steam. Like she was like, "Nataka kuku steam." So I'm like, nah, I'm okay. She's like, "No, kona corona. Sit down." Okay, she didn't say kona corona. She's like, "You're sick, so steam." So she sat me down, she put the bowl, and then she covered my head, and all I could breathe was this steam. And she's like, breathe in deeply." I'm like, like, "Hey, breathe," and then she's like, "Inakufungua huku lungs nini." Now with me panicking, with my aunt panic. So my aunt and her family got tested for corona, and I was supposed to go to the hospital the next day to get tested for whatever it is I had, because now no one knows what I have. But it's something serious because I'm really sick. So anyway, my aunt and her family got tested that evening when I got to Meru. And so the next morning when I did wake up and I was supposed to go to hospital, they called me and they told me that it's not corona. Like, all of them don't have corona, so there's a very high chance that what I have is not corona. So when I did go to the hospital, I didn't get tested for corona, thank God, because me, I'm scared of those. Well, no, sir, I don't like them, seriously. I don't. I'm very scared of many medical things, especially injections. Anyway, okay, the doctor says I get a test for pneumonia, and I do have pneumonia. So I buy medication, and my mom takes care of me. In conclusion, what this scare taught me, and what I learned, if I can say that, there's so much fear around this disease, and I was just overreacting, because I was the moment I thought I had corona, I was like, where did I get it from? Did I touch something? Did I greet someone? Is it that one time I did some password? What? But there's so much fear, and I had even started calling my friends and asking them like, "Hey, who has corona? Like, who is sick? Who has a cold?" And then some of my friends who I had seen in the week, I was like, "Sis, you better get tested, because tuko wagonjwa wengi." Anyway, luckily it's not corona. Luckily it was pneumonia, and I got tested, but it was a really bad scare, and it made me so paranoid, and it made me realize that part of self-care and self-love, which I do really embrace, is actually getting help, you know.
Stop it. Get some help.
Like, self-care and self-love is also part of taking care of yourself when you do need the help, and asking for help when you're not in a position to help yourself, which is what my mom forced me to do. She forced me to get help, and I really do appreciate my mom helping me get better. As you can see, I am better. I was inspired to make this video from last year's video, which I had made just when Corona had come. If you have not watched that video,
The predicament you're in, yes, I am talking about the corona pandemic, yes, the disease. It has not become a pandemic in Kenya yet, but I think we should take precautionary measures.
go back and watch that video. Anyway, I had made that video a while back, and I was looking for inspiration on what to create for you people this week, this fortnight. Sending you lots of love. For those who asked, I am fine, I am better, I am feeling so much better, I am so much happier, and I will be, I think I'll make another video this week. I will make another video very soon, a recipe video, and I would love to hear your feedbacks about feedbacks. Anyway, I'd love to hear your feedback on your experience with corona. If you know someone who has corona, and if you're sick somewhere, please reach out, please ask for help, please go to the hospital, get tested. Don't just stay when you're sick, because it can get really bad really fast. Even as you stay in your lockdown, second lockdown in Kenya, take care of yourselves, take care of your families, yeah. And for this and more videos, like, subscribe, and don't forget to be kind to each other. Bye.